Welcome to the Tanya Hoffman's fabulous TV show. I'm your host, Tanya, and as always, I have an amazing guest star, and this one is no exception, Miss Moneeka Sawyer. Hey!
Hey!
So we are going to hear from Moneeka in just a minute, and oh my gosh, she is so brilliant. You will definitely be glued to your seat, okay? And oh, you also need to put on your seatbelt because this is going to be a huge ride, all right? The other part is we want you to go out and change the world from the front of the room and get your message heard so you can truly change lives. So please go to Public Speakers with an S, Association, all spelled out.com for lots of information about how you too can become a speaker and get out there and change lives. Okay, all righty, let's get back over to Moneeka. So Moneeka, how are you today? What have you fabulously going on right now?
I am doing so good. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Tanya. This is such a pleasure. Yay! So let me tell you what's going on with me. So about a year and a half ago, I birthed my book called Choose Bliss. And it was this amazing experience of really just getting my message out there to the world that bliss is our birthright. And we can choose to claim it every single day. I was an executive coach for many years. And what I found was that with executives, the reason that their businesses wasn't working was because they weren't happy anymore. And so I became an expert from my own life experience, but also for them on how to create strategies to live a blissful life. Then their businesses took off again, their family lives got back together, life just started to work. But the thing is that as a coach, I could only reach so many people. So I wrote my book called Choose Bliss. And that helps me to get the word out to a lot more people. Now, as I was talking about bliss out there, one of the things that I got a lot of questions about was, Moneeka, how can I be blissful if I feel broke or I'm having money problems, right? And there is the reality of life. Like, bliss is an inside job. I know you know this, Tanya, just from your life story, right? And I know that sounds trite, but it's so true. But the thing is that there are outside influences that make it easier or less easy to really experience that. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah. And I think, too, with a lot of people, I hear it from a lot, well, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks. This is kind of my lot in life. This is way, my family's always been this way, and they discount how amazing their life can be.
Right. You do have control. You do have a choice. I would always tell my clients, you can't control what happens in the world around you, where you were born, who your parents were, what happens, what's going on in politics. You can't control any of that stuff, but you do have absolute control over how you choose to respond to any situation, right?
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, but it is true. There is sort of the reality of life that whenever you're in pain, it makes it difficult to choose bliss more frequently, right? Whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, or financial pain. And financial pain is something that once you kind of get it out of the way, the rest of it seems to kind of fall into place, right? Finances and health, I think, are the big ones. So I decided I got my finances sort of taken care of when I was really young. So that I could then step forward and do the thing that I love and follow my passion. And now I want to share that with the world too. And the vehicle that I've used is real estate. So I know that sounds like crazy. People are like, what, real estate's so stressful? No, that's just the thing. I apply all of my strategies in Choose Bliss to my real estate business so that I can have a blissful real estate empire, which has made me very rich and allows me the freedom to pursue my passions and my mission. And I want to help other women to do that too.
I love it. I love it. I know, there's so many times that people just don't ask the questions to help them move forward, right? And get connected to people like yourself, like me, like the other people that we hang with, right? That can really help them move fast, and get out of their comfort zone so that they could do something really amazing out there.
Well, the thing is that we all have these preconceived notions, right? Like the very first thing people will look at me and go like, real estate? Like, what does that have anything to do with bliss, right? It has everything to do with bliss for me. And bliss has everything to do with it. If you just do real estate the same way as everybody else is doing it and the way that you've heard, so you've got these presuppositions, if you follow those strategies, you're going to have those same results. But if you choose to talk to somebody who has a strategy that can make your life even better, rather than just going with what you've heard, now you're making a choice to have a more joyful, blissful experience in life and everything you're doing, in your investing, in your business, and just in your life in general.
I know, it's so funny to me how people discount their brilliance and then they don't reach out to connect with someone that could really help them through that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to a gentleman, he's fabulous, and he was telling me about this guy, and he was so impressed with him, and you gotta go check it out, Tanya, and you gotta go follow him on social media. And I'm like, well, I'll just call him. And he's like, you're gonna call him? I'm like, well, I'll connect with him and I'll, you know, set up a time and we'll talk. And he's like, no, he's like this big, you know, guru guy. And I'm like, so, you know, and of course, you know, 3 days from now, I have a conversation with him, right? Scheduled. And he's
it's
like,
just taking that step. Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's kind of how we get connected, right? Is, you know, how can we all support each other, but then also take, you know, like everyone listening, you should be like going and finding Monique on, you know, Facebook and connecting with her and then reaching out and having a conversation. Most people don't take that step.
Right. That's absolutely right. And why? Because they don't feel that they have the power or that they have the control. You know, where maybe it's like a pie in the sky. That's a person on a video screen. That person's not real. That person won't help me. But that's not true. That's what we're here for. That's what we're passionate about. That's what you and me, Tanya, are like. We're like, I want to empower every woman on this entire planet. Call me, right? So yes, that's exactly right. Reach out, take control of what you can control, which is you, your reactions, your actions, you know, the people that you call, the people that you connect with, right? All of those things you have control over.
Is there something along the lines of bliss that you see kind of stops people every time? They're like, there's this one big, if they could just get over this, they would be so much happier.
It's really understanding that you have a choice. So, you know, before we take this conversation further, let me define bliss.
Okay, yeah.
It's not just like sitting in a yoga position going, Om, okay? It's not being stoned, right? Everybody has these ideas of what bliss is. Let me define it. Bliss is this deep sense of joy and contentment and the confidence that you can handle anything that comes your way. It's about emotional resilience and emotional mastery. So that's what bliss is. Now, what stands in our way of that? It's not taking responsibility for what we have control over. It's not taking responsibility for what actions we will and will not take. It's giving up our control to the world around us so we become at the mercy of other people and things that are going on and our circumstance, rather than stepping into our power and knowing that we can choose. Mm-hmm. Just that tiny little mindset tweak changes everything.
Yeah, I love that. And, you know, and what I see a lot for people is that, and even for myself in the past, you know, we get into this, you know, victim kind of mentality. Well, this is just what's happened. I can't change anything, you know, this wah.
Yeah.
And then we kind of get stuck there until you decide you got to make a change.
And really, that's the key word, Tanya, right? You decide. Like, that's the best that we can do is just decide. We can choose, we can decide, we can take responsibility for us, right? So, and that's what, and I just, you know, that's kind of where I bring what I bring into real estate. It's not the tenants. It's not that you didn't get the best deal. It's not that you have to spend 40 hours a week. You know, I went from $10,000, a wedding gift 20 years ago, to over $2 million in real estate. And I work 5 to 10 hours a month, not a week, a month, right? And I have very, very little stress. And you know what? When challenges come up, I've got the tools to bring me back to that place of like joy, contentment. I can handle this. Let me approach this as a puzzle rather than, freaking out, because things aren't going exactly perfect. Things don't go perfect. They don't anywhere in our lives. But once you've developed the tools and you're highly motivated to stay blissful, like that's a priority, now things can look a lot different for you.
Right. So I know that, when you start really kind of looking at kind of how to expand and how to kind of move yourself in that blissful kind of arena, is there the, kind of a big step besides just making a decision? Is there like something else? Obviously your book is going to cover a lot of that, but it's like there's something that they could start right now doing.
Yeah.
What is it?
So I like to give people a technique that they can start using today.
Nice.
And that one is called stop, drop, and breathe. So whenever you're stressed out, whenever you feel yourself getting freaked out, or you're in a bad situation, or you have to make a difficult decision, stop, drop, and breathe. So stop is do an interrupt. Just like whatever you're doing, stop. I say my name, Moneeka. And then you drop into your body. So all the stress happens here, and then you clench your body, right? So you drop into your body, relax all those muscles, and drop into your heart so you're out of your head. And then take a couple of really deep diaphragmatic breaths, right? Mm-hmm. And now, whatever decision, whatever step you need to take, you're taking it from a place of being grounded, from your heart, rather than from a place of freak out. Whether you're talking to somebody who's difficult, you're in traffic, whatever it is, you can do that anywhere.
Love it. All right. Everyone, you need to jump on that like all the time, right? And it probably becomes like second nature after a while, you don't have to just even think and stop about it.
Right. It becomes a habit, right? So, yeah.
Love it. All righty, everybody. So you love Moneeka, right? So Moneeka, do you have something that you would like to offer our fabulous listeners today?
Yes. I'd like to mention a couple things. First of all, Choose Bliss, the book is available on Amazon. Go check it out. Also, I started a new podcast called Real Estate Investing for Women. It's on iTunes, so just look that up, Real Estate Investing for Women. And for your audience, I'd like to offer them a free gift, which is the exact strategy that I have used personally to go from 10,000 to over 2 million. And they can get that at blissfulinvestor.com. So that's blissfulinvestor.com.
Love it. All righty, everyone. So go and do that right now. Do not forget, and take advantage of Monique's amazing offer, and then get connected to her, and to myself. We also encourage you to not just go check out the Public Speakers Association, but come to our conference. It's July 6th through the 8th in Las Vegas at the New York Hotel. I know it's very confusing. It's called New York Hotel. Okay, it's just believe it. People are like, what? Why do they have New York? It's just what they call it. So we would love for you to be there. We have a huge early bird special running right now. So go to publicspeakers.com for all the details. So great, Monique. I can't wait for you to come back often and be a guest on the show again.
Thank you. I would love that. Thank you so much for having me.
Yay. All right, everyone. Go and create your blissful life today and get connected to Moneeka and to myself. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye, Moneeka.
Bye.